Hey, before I kick off the podcast, I just want to shout out Next Door Clothing. Next Door, a clothing brand based out of Bondi in Sydney. They're making really nice jeans and shirts and hats. So go and check out their full range at nextdoorsydney.com. They're also artists, so you can go and check out a range of art. They put on rad parties, and I love what they're doing. So nextdoorsydney.com for the full range. Headphones. Thank you, Stephen Ellis. Let's go. Right. Where's Brendan Newton? Let's go, brother. Acknowledgement of country, my friend.
Yeah, cool. I think it's important as we do anything on this country, we look at what context we're sitting here in. Colonisation 200 years ago, we've got this seriously misunderstood history of Australia across the whole of the nation, and we just take a moment to respect that and understand the implications of that invasion. And as we do that, we acknowledge this country, this very special country where the red-bellied blacksnake goes all the way along and protects this land, actually protected it for 60 years from colonisers following Darawal men down the escarpment and finally started to sort of settle down here. So just acknowledge the richness of that story, the circumstances and the damage, and I suppose try to heal together as Steve shares some of his story with us. So, yeah, cheers.
Well said.
Yes, sir. This is for Clementine and Otis. So shout out to our sponsors, Indo Soul, Crush Organics and KingPin Skateshop. Use the code THT for your discounts. Support the show. Advocate for locals. Advocate for conscious consumerism. And advocate for your health. Let's fucking go. Terrible happy talks. Terrible happy talks.
Yeah. Good to be here. Whoa. Dude, I'm submissive donut lifestyle. 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's do this.
Tonight's guest is Stephen fucking Ellis, aka Stove. Stove is a past guest on the show, dating all the way back to episode number 57. Steve is a proud Koori man of the Warumunga and Kamilaroi nations. Stephen is a father, skateboarder, and inspiration to anyone who has the privilege of crossing his path. Tonight, Stove is with me live and on the stage at Lalala's for Hip Hop Night, presented by Unomindzhiphop, KingPin Skateshop, Crown, yours and ours, to share his journey, experiences, challenges, and hopes for the future. Stephen Stove Ellis, welcome!
Thanks for having me, brother.
Fuck yeah, man.
What a high five.
Yes, brother. So fucking stoked.
I think I'm going to have to start paying you to hype me up wherever I go.
Dude, I'm a hype man. And you know what, man? Like, I don't think I've swore that much in an intro.
I love it.
Just excited, man. You just make me like psyched, bro.
Sick. I'm pumped.
So listen, man, I want to get stuck straight into it, right?
Yeah.
Like there's some crazy controversy been happening on the podcast lately.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just need your comments. You know, I want you to guess who made these statements, and I want you to, tell us what you think. Are you ready for the first one?
Let's go. I'm down.
Yeah. Also, Marty Girotto and Koori, they think they're the best pool players in the world. They're not.
Ooh, shots fired.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Like, what does Marty Girotto think about that?
I don't know.
He's not even here.
He's not even here yet, but I'd love to hear his thoughts.
Do you reckon Joey's bitten off more than he can chew?
100%.
Yes.
100%.
And what do you think of this statement? Like, tell me what this acronym stands for. You get one chance at it as a skateboarder. Don't blow it. You ready?
SSBSTS.
Oh, come on. Does anyone else know what that means? Let's go.
SSBSTS.
Yads has got to know for sure.
Yes, Bing, you get a prize. I don't know what it is. I'll give you something. Switch dance. Backside, tail slide. Yes, sir.
Yep,
but anyway,
definitely a trick I can't do, so that's why I just don't care about that acronym at all. Dude. So J-Lo's wilding out with those statements, but for sure.
I love that you call him J-Lo. Do you call that to him to his face?
100% I do. I'm pretty sure I started that nickname for him too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either me or Yads.
Yeah, Yads. So, like, while we're talking about skateboarding, like, I guess it's quite obvious that when people see you on a skateboard, they're blown away for numerous reasons. One, because you're ripped, but what's the other main reason?
I think it's because it's not the norm and it's different. You know, it amazes people, or you know, their thought process on it, or whatever it is. You know, whether it's people want to understand or know, or can be for, you know, people can be rude when they do it. You know, it can be for any sort of reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you say rude, I mean, can you maybe give us some examples of how people have been rude to you in a public space? Like.
Well, like I've skated through the mall before, and somebody's obviously not looked properly and told me to jump off my board and walk instead of riding a skateboard, because they thought I was like a guy with legs sitting on a board going through the mall.
Yeah.
Or I could just be shopping with my kids on my skateboard or something, and someone would come up and be like, what fucking happened to you? Or just be rude about it, you know?
Yeah, man.
Or I guess maybe people's intention not being rude, but just not knowing and just coming straight up, I guess. Maybe they're, I don't know, maybe the way they speak to people is not the same as what everyone else does, you know, or what is so-called normal. It's just the way they approach people.
Yeah.
Their social skills, I guess, so, yeah.
For those that don't know, would you mind, like, describing your physical challenges that you have?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, the obvious is the amputation. So I am, I'm a double amputee, bilateral amputee through knee. So obviously I have the amputation through both of my knees. And, the battles... Look, at the end of the day, they could be battles, you know, like I've had to deal with all this stuff my whole life, but there's plenty of people worse off than me, so I could sit there and call it a battle and cry about it or whatever, you know. Like I have my off days about it and all that stuff, but as I say, have a little cry, whatever you got to do, and tomorrow's a new day, and just start from there. You can't look at it and be like my battle or make it look more extreme than, you know, because at the end of the day, everyone's got a plate, and no matter what it's on it, everyone's plate's full, so... You know, yeah.
Do you think it's made you more, like, I guess, empathetic towards other people that may be suffering or maybe
100%.
challenged?
Yeah, 100%. When I was younger, definitely not. Like, as you're young, you know, you're selfish. You don't really look at things like that. But definitely as you get older, 100%. And I think going to a high school that had a disability unit definitely helped a lot. There was a lot of people that had a very low, like, quality of life there compared to what I did. And, you know, at that stage, I used to, you know, kick and scream and complain about my disability and whatnot. And to see those guys the way they were at school, and especially because they were very hard times in my life, and to see, like I said, the low quality of life they had, but yet they were so happy. And they were probably 100% more smarter than me at school and did more well, you know, and they were just killing it, and they were so happy. And it made me realise, like, you know, I think that started the process of me looking outside the box of things and, trying to grasp that whole reality on things, and to not just be, I guess, sort of selfish in a sense, and just think that my problem's worse than anyone else's, you know, because we all have problems.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, would you say your life problems have extended beyond your disability? Like, have you had life problems that are maybe harder than actually being physically disabled at times?
Yeah, 100%. I have, you know, but... Like I said, there are no other different, you know, reasons or things that anyone else has gone through, you know. They're just my own, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like there's every sort, you know, all sorts of things. Like there could be whether, you know, factoring on because of my disability and making, you know, like, say, for instance, me having to go everywhere, you know, without a car or whatever, or, you know, just everyday things of doing housework by myself, or, you know, all sorts of things like that. Getting to and from work, or... You know, being a parent and wanting to do certain things with your kids and run around and play and all that, you just got to adapt, and, you know, and that's what I'm trying to do. You know, there's no handbook on it. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, so, as we all are, you know.
How old were you when you picked up your first skateboard?
I was probably not even old enough to pick it up myself. I think I was about 1 year old or 1.5 or something, and because I couldn't ride bikes like all my my sister and my cousins and stuff, so my parents got me a skateboard, and, you know, that was it. I think I got the skateboard, I went down the driveway, I split my lip open down towards my chin, and my mum took it off me, and I cried for hours. And then my dad, just to shut me up, my dad's like, just give the prick the fucking board, like, and just gave me the board back, and then that's the way it was, you know. And,
rad. It's so rad. Like, man, I want to break down your ollie.
Yeah.
So I mean, ollieing for you is vastly different.
Yeah.
Like, what's the technique? Break it down.
I think it's like, I don't know. I think it's just a little bit of a huck, if anything. I used to do like cannonball ollies and ollie to 50 and all that. And then as I got older and more broken from skateboarding, it just turned into more of a pop, like popping out of things. And I don't know, there's like guys killing it. There's a guy, his name's Felipe Nunez, and he does like kick flips to, front tee to everything, 50-50s, 5-0s,
KSFSTS?
yeah, all of that bullshit. And I just stayed away from that. I just like skating big ramps and going fast and going down hills and all that shit. I'd rather let the ramp do the ollie for me, do you know what I mean?
Nice. You like to fly?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
That was actually one of my questions. Like, what's your go-to, transitions or ledges?
Definitely transition.
Definitely
transitional hills. Yeah.
Sick, man.
But I haven't done it in a while. Last time I bombed a hill, which is probably my favourite thing. Like, obviously I love skating training more than anything, but my favourite is probably bombing hills just because it makes you feel alive. And it's like, if you stack, you're done. Like, last time we actually bombed a hill, it was me, Granny, and RIP to Head, do you know what I mean? And we bombed a hill at, what hill was it?
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant? Yeah, Mount Pleasant. And it was gnarly. I'm pretty sure I didn't do the top of the big hill like everyone else did. Our friend Seiji just ate shit, which I put that on my Instagram. So if anyone wants to have a look at it, it's probably from about 2 and a half years ago or so. Yeah, so if anyone wants to see a gnarly slam, go on my Instagram and have a look because he eats shit and it's insane. But yeah, we all bombed a hill together and then Coffin bombed one of the hills and it was insane. It was a wild day. I love it, man. Brings back so much memories and I love that shit, I love it to death.
Going fast.
But not just that, it was with the boys. That's the best thing about it. We had such a good crew and that's what it's about, having fun.
Like growing up, what did skateboarding do for you socially?
Man, it was, it's funny now because like I'm older, I'm nearly 31. Back in the day, I didn't look at it anything like that. I just did it, it was my way of life. I didn't even look at it as a way of life. I just did it every day, whether it was from just transport around the house. I was on my board or a cruiser board. And then I would skate, from Berkeley to not having any money. I'd skate over the hills to Unadera train station. And then I'd jump the train to Wollongong every single day, go to Ferry Meadow, meet up in the mall or go to the Youthy, meet up there and then skate all day. I just did it 24/7, yeah.
Would you say like your skate friends became family?
100%. And yeah, even just from, everything now and with the event tonight and there's a lot of people that, are going to come. There's a lot of people that can't make it, but my extended family and friends that I have from skating now, it's probably the one thing, even with, talking about my disability, it's the one thing that's kept me grounded the whole time because, yeah, like I said, there's always someone worse around the corner and some people don't have anyone, but, I might have, my disability and you can look at that as a downer, but then look at it the other way. It's like how many friends I have and all the love and support I get, every day.
Yeah.
Even through the hard times, all the good times, and there's been plenty of fucking hard times, in my life. I think that's me.
Yeah, you got to hear it. Quick, answer it live. That's all right. Get him on, quick. Let's talk to him. Who is it?
That's my little brother.
He'll
be here in a sec. But yeah, like I said, I'm just super blessed to have the love and support that I do, and, from people that I know and then from other people that I don't know that, like, it's crazy because, like, as we were talking about and everything with, the fundraising and everything that Josh has started, which I have nothing but mad love for Josh. Thank you, brother. I love you.
Josh.
Josh. Just everyone getting behind it because for so long, like a lot of my friends and that would say, let's get this, let's get a GoFundMe going and all this. And I think me just, I don't know whether it was my ego or whatever it was, but I was just like, I was not about it for a long time. And then, going through mental health and all that other, garbage. And I just think I just got to the realisation is maybe I do need a hand. And that's when Jared and my little brother started this and they started to GoFundMe. And we've had multiple events and big shout out to Lalala's too for this is the second event now that they put on, which is nothing but love for these guys. But yeah, it's just snowballed. And like I said, from not wanting to have anything to do with it and then to be able to see, going through bad times while, they were starting the GoFundMe and everything and then to see the love and support from everyone, whether people donated or not. Like I had people that were just messaging me saying, I've seen you around or whatever and you inspire me. And I was just stoked because, I think that I found, like I love skating. Like skating will always be my one thing that's mine, and I love it and I'll always do it to the day I die. But I think just from the inspiration that I've shown other people or what other people have felt it's inspired me. And that's why I think, we had a conversation before, and that's, on the verge of, pushing me to what I really want to do. And I feel like I found my calling, and, eventually want to do motivational speaking, and I want to help other people, because, even if you're going through bad days or, bad or good days, and tomorrow could be a shit day or it could be a good day, you just don't know. But while you're still going through that process, why not help other people when you can? So, yeah.
Play the cards you dealt.
100%. Why not? We have one life, so why not do it? If they're the cards you dealt, you got to make the most of it. So,
fuck yes.
But it's taken me a long time to see that. So.
Yeah, you mentioned before, when the GoFundMe was started, you said you were going through some hard times.
Yeah.
Without going into details, obviously.
Yeah.
How heavy can the mental health aspect be for you?
Man, it can be massive. And that's why too, it's crazy because of how hard it still is, because I don't want, I've never been a person to want people to fuss over me, and I hate that. I honestly do in a sense, but I love it. It's a good feeling, it's pretty cathartic to see the way that everyone is about you, and to see this whole thing in front of you and be like, this is for me. Do you know what I mean? But it's hard, when you're going through shit and, everyone's fussing about you. I don't know, you can have your own little thoughts or whatever it is, it can be hard, but I guess it's just, what you make of it, really. So
it's funny, because I do the same thing. There's a voice in my head that says, "Oh, I'm not worthy."
Yeah, 100%.
Or I don't want charity. I don't want to be treated any different.
Yeah. And
then it's funny. I was really trying to understand the term equity once.
Yeah.
And I never really understood it that well. I was there's equality and then there's equity, and the difference. What's the real difference?
Yeah.
And it's equity is when, people who may be disadvantaged in the society structure that we're forced to live in may need a leg up.
Yeah.
Okay, and even if you gave that person the same thing as everyone else, they're still going to be disadvantaged.
Exactly.
So we need to fucking build them up. And the irony in it is, it's it extends way beyond physical disability.
Yeah.
It extends into definitely the mental aspect, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health. People are broken in all those other areas as well.
Yeah.
But, we seem to think that it's only limited to the physical.
Yeah, well, 100%. Because even going back onto your last question, what you said, it's what are the struggles from it? Even in my own story, the fact that even the boys, all started this thing because they've seen my struggles and they've seen my good or bad days, and it's hard, having 3 kids, and because I love my kids and my kids are my best friends and they're my world, and I always just want to make their life better and be a good dad. And then, it's hard because I have to go do shopping and stuff like that on the weekends before they come, or, we have to go to and from wherever we go. And then I'm started working and stuff too. And then I've got to work and, all this other shit, getting to and from without a car and relying on people, which, I'm so grateful, but I hate relying on people. It's just not because of my own insecurities. I hate having to ask people for a hand, you know what I mean? So
that's the ego.
Oh, massive. That's just been I think it's because when I was young, I was a bit of a male sort of bravado, macho sort of kid.
Alpha male.
Oh yeah, hard.
You're so alpha.
But I think that's just the ego that lets that, and I guess working on yourself to not feel like that. You know what I mean? And because we all need a hand, but because I need to stop that too, because I feel like I'm one of those people too. If I'll always extend my hand if someone needs a hand, I'll take the shirt off my back for people that I love and people that I don't even know, you know what I mean?
I can tell.
Yeah.
My mum, I love my mum, right? And I was like that, I never wanted help with anything. And she said to me once, and I'll never forget it, she said, when you deny someone who wants to help you, you're taking the gift of them helping you away.
Yeah.
And it just really hit
makes
me.
sense.
And it's sometimes by accepting help, you're actually doing a service for the other person, because it feels good to help people. But too much of the time, I don't want help, I don't want to be treated any, but it's actually and when I started thinking about that, someone says I'm going to shout you dinner, I'm like, yeah you are. You know what I mean? I'm not oh no, let me chuck in on it, or I want to help you out. So I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to tell you that story because
awesome. Mad respect to your mum too.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, mum.
She raised a good man.
If you're out there. And it's basically it's one of those things that really changed the game for me. And I remember you, when the GoFundMe started, you were a little bit like, I'm a bit self-conscious about this.
Yeah,
I don't want
I was really hesitant at first.
Yeah, and it's understandable. But what I've noticed since then, since the journey's continued, I can see those defenses down. I can see you shining, because I know for a fact if you would do the same for someone else.
Yeah.
So fucking let us help you.
Thanks,
yes,
brother. I appreciate it. Love
yes,
you, bro.
man. No, I love you too, man. But anyway, listen, I want to get down to some serious shit.
Let's go.
Let's guess. Tell me who said this statement, all right?
Guys, I'm like, I don't want your cement, dog, but...
Okay, who said that?
Guys, I'm like, I don't want your cement, dog, but...
It'd have to be J-Lo for sure.
It was J-Lo.
Sounded like him, I reckon.
It's so aggressive. Someone was trying to give him cement, and J-Lo goes,
Guys, I'm like, I don't want your cement, dog.
you know what? And then he followed up with
SSBSTS.
like he's all cool. And then
Also, Marty Girotto and Koori, they think they're the best pool players in the world.
I can't believe he said
I reckon
that.
he's going to hate this, eh?
Dude, I hope he does. He needs to put it in his place,
100%.
man.
He's going to hate this. Poor
He
guy.
can just go and drift himself
Love
up.
you, Joey. It wasn't my idea. It was definitely all
No, it
Shannon.
was. No, you told me to do that. You told me to do that. So listen, a few other things I want to talk about. So you grew up in Berkeley.
Yep.
Okay. And then you obviously went to high school there. Can you tell us?
No, I went to high school in Figgy.
I went to high school in Figgy.
Yeah.
Nice. Figgy.
That's how
High.
I ended up meeting a lot of the guys in town and stuff, and from out this way, and a lot of the boys from Conno and stuff. But yeah.
When you finished high school, how was that transition, that first year out of high school, how was that transition into the real world?
It was hard. I was just on my own wave. I was just, I was young. All I wanted to do was skate, and so all I did was skate, and I was just like a rebel, I hated school. I just had my own growing to do, which, I didn't see at the time, but I just had to grow myself, and, I went down a path of just, drinking and partying and being a dickhead for years, and...
I don't believe it.
You got to believe it. It's factual. But, I just... I didn't really think of much. I just, I was dealing with my own issues, my own family issues, my own disability, and, all my own battles, and I just didn't look at it any sort of way. I just did my own thing, and I'm sorry. I'm definitely 100% a different person to what I was. I just didn't see life the way I did, and that's just being young. You don't want to listen to what anyone's got to say. It's just unfortunate, but it takes time, and it definitely comes with age. And I definitely don't have anything on lock or cracked or sorted out. I'm still figuring it out, but
What about employment opportunities? Like how did they pan out? In the early days, what does that look
very
like?
hard,
What does that look like?
very hard. I've told some people and they haven't believed me, but for especially back then too, mid 2000s to late 2000s, in a sense, that's just the way it is, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. But when you do rock up to an interview, or if someone does read your resume and they see that you, because I always put that I have a disability and all that stuff. I'm not going to lie about it. I don't want to just, hey, surprise, rock up to the interview and show that I'm an amputee for a job that I may not be able to even do. So, but I think people's perception might just think you're a write-off straight away, and all be like, that we don't want to deal with the legalities of this or the OH&S of this, and that was the big factor, because I'm not someone, and there's nothing bad against it, and there's no one against it, because I know a lot of people that do a lot of, desk jobs and all that stuff, which is nothing wrong with it. But it's just, for me personally, I can't sit behind, I don't have the attention span. If I sit behind a computer all day doing something that I'm not passionate about, I'm going to fall asleep. You know what I mean? And so I was always good at building things, and I was always good at my hands, I think it's just my genetics too. My whole family from both sides are workers, and we use our hands, and I'd always want to try to do a bit more physical jobs, whatever it was, but as long as I was using my hands, I'd be happy. But like I said, legalities and OH&S and everything stopped. It hindered a lot, and a lot of people wouldn't want to, I guess, so to speak, put their neck on the line for me. So I'd always, fail when it would come to looking for employment and stuff like that. So I'd just do my own thing and be stupid and just carry on and party and sell bud and stuff like that, I had to make money somehow.
It's a good way to make money. Why not?
But just a young kid just being stupid. I just wanted to do my own thing, and I didn't look at the big picture for a long time. It wasn't because I was a younger dad, and once I had kids and stuff, I think that changed my perspective on everything, you know. So
Like when you were going for these like job opportunities and stuff, did you feel discriminated against?
100%. It would emotionally fucking wreck me that much that I stopped for years looking for work because of that reason, and my self-worth level just went down very low, and I was already in a dark place for a long time, you know, because I think, you know, I'd always just look at life the wrong way, and especially having the disability, I'd always look at it and be like, why me? Why'd this happen to me? Like, why did it have to be me? You know? And I'd be like, there's all these other fucking people that don't care about life, or they just, you know, or whatever. Yeah. You know, whatever the fuck they were doing, and I'd be like, why is it me or not this person, or what made me different, or I'd blame, you know, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I'd blame my parents, and be like, I never fucking asked to be born, and all this shit, you know what I mean? And but it was just it was because when I was young, I used to have a lot of anger issues and stuff like that, only because I just didn't know how to express myself, and I had all these tanked up fucking emotions and ego and everything, and it would just bottle up, and then I'd just crack, you know what I mean, every time. So, but I didn't know how to express myself, you know, and unfortunately, like, I love my dad, you know, me and my dad have a good relationship now, but didn't have dad then, you know, and it was just mum, and mum was struggling, and I didn't have that male role model in my life to be like, fucking wake up to yourself, like, you know, and steer me in the right way, you know, which I had like uncles and stuff, my Uncle Tony and like my Uncle Pat and Uncle Pete, everyone, you know, and I had good cousins that were older that were, you know, but I just didn't want to listen to anyone at that stage. I just wanted to do my own thing, and, you know, like I said, I just didn't have that strong sort of male role model in my life to help push that, you know.
How do you manage anger?
Man, if only everyone knew. I mean, man, I still struggle with trying to express it, you know what I mean? I try my best, you know, and I crack here and there, but just patience, man, like I said, and it's hard because the older you get, the more it comes, but just patience. Like, I still have my down days and fight with my ex-partner, which I hate, you know, and whatnot, you know, and or I just get the shits with something that's not going my way, or, you know, say if I fucking got to get to work and it's raining and I don't have a lift, or, you know, whatever the fuck it is, like, it's just, I don't know. It's about, I don't know. It's hard to explain because I don't really know it. But I mean, it's just, as we all know, it's like it's our own journey trying to deal with our own anger, or even if we're not angry, just our own bullshit or our own crap that we're dealing with in life. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, because like I just think for a lot of men, like we have testosterone. Yeah. Like we need to learn to manage that testosterone shot that we get when we feel heated. Yeah. And I think, you know, a lot of men don't know how to manage it, and then the consequences can then change the course of the rest of their life.
If I have any advice, go have a J, and then a lot of that testosterone goes away.
That's so true.
Go have a J sesh.
But it's illegal.
It goes away.
But that's illegal.
No, not weed. I mean, like, J in it. Like,
what do you... I don't know, man. What do you mean? What?
Everyone knows what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. That's my advice if you have too much testosterone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm sorry, I didn't get it. I'm so innocent. I don't do that.
You definitely are.
I don't do that. No, that's true.
It's funny too, because like that's like I try to PC it as much as I can, but I'm pretty fucking raw, and I'm a bit of a degenerate. But it's hard when I go on this because I don't want to, you know. But I kind of just want to be me too while I'm at it. So.
That's why we love you.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
It's true. Like, you know, authenticity is key, man, and that's also your strength.
Thank you.
And you were saying that you want to be a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
You know, like people just want all of you, and I actually think that the dark side of us is the most appealing to people. It's the most engaging.
I think so too, man.
You know, and you know why? Because so many, in my opinion, so many people want to deny that dark side of themselves
100%.
and pretend like they don't have a dark side and play this game like, yeah, man, I'm all good. Nah, bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy because, we were speaking about it before, how I want to do all that and motivational speaking, being an ambassador and all that. But on my bucket list, so I have a little bucket list that, like, and this is,
Let's go.
I think the only other person that knows is my mum and my dad. But on my bucket list, which it's not something for when I get really old or whatever, it's like I want to do soon. I want to do like a set of being like a stand-up comic. Yes. You know what I mean? So like it's something I want to do. I've always wanted to do it. Like I love comedy, and I think because through all my shit that I went through, you know, like the one thing is humor, you know, and like my mum says, like if you can't laugh about something that's shit in life, like you're doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, or if you have a bad situation, if you can't laugh about it, then it's just you're gonna let it run you. You know what I mean? So But yeah, I definitely want to. That's one thing I want to do, and I want to do it in the next couple of years too. 100%.
Let's go, man.
Because I've got some material, man,
Dude.
and I think it's probably too. It's crazy because I want to do like motivational speaking and everything, but the shit I'm going to say in this, I don't think I could say it on the podcast.
Dude, all the bad words.
No, I'm not saying it on the podcast. I'll tell everyone after a few of the things, but I have one story, and it's from when I was a kid, and it's fucking funny.
Let's go. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Well, all right. So I have the basis of this. So it's going to be. So my theory on it is like, I hate when because I'm so into stand-up comedy and stuff. I hate when people have nothing to talk about, where it's like sort of fake sort of shit or whatever it is. Like I want to be able to tell stories. It's like I want it to be like a few little sort of stories through my life, and then sort of get to where I am and sort of just captivate people like a little journey. Because a lot of stand-up comics will do. Say they start with material and they go to different sellers and they do their stand-up. They'll have their one story they work on and they'll use that for years and it'll keep growing and growing and growing. But yeah, so the stories, I can't believe I'm going to say this on this fucking podcast. So, all right. So I'm sorry for anyone out there that's going to listen to this that might be fucking mortified because... But at the end of the day, fuck it, I'm going to say it.
No.
But yeah, so this is the story.
Yes,
This is the basis of it. Like, I'll get it structured better. But what the story was is I was, because I'm such a fucking degenerate, and I was probably like 5, 6 years old, and I was in the lounge room, and I think it must have been in the morning or whatever fucking aerobic style or something was on. And what happened was I think because I went and played or whatever it did, and then I've come out and wanted to go watch cartoons in the morning. And it was early, Mum and Dad were getting ready for work, and we were going to school. And I think no one else was, everyone was, I don't know whether the family went to the shop or I can't really remember. Mum's not here yet. She'll be here after she could fucking clarify what happened. But what happened is I fucking turned the telly on and I started watching Aerobics Oz style and I started jaying it. But I don't know if it's because I'm Aboriginal. I was like, I used to jay it like this, like I was rubbing, like starting a fire.
Really? Like fire
Yeah, I used to jay it like that. And I think it's because I'm Aboriginal why I used to do it like that. I don't know what it was.
Don't try
but anyway.
Don't try and claim.
But anyway, so I'm jaying it in the lounge room.
Don't claim that technique, man.
Yeah, 100%. I'm jaying in the lounge room, and then I think Mum or Dad or both of them walked out. And what happened is I'm wearing jean shorts, no undies, and I've zipped up my zipper, and I've zipped up my foreskin in my zipper. And then Mum and Dad's going, oh, Dad, help me. And Dad's had to fucking come help me. And then what happened is they had to fucking stitch it up. It was that bad. And it ended up blocking up and all that shit. And I'd piss around a corner and it just closed. It ended up closing up. And that's the story of why I'm circumcised.
Guys, I don't want your cement, dog, but like...
You know what Joey reckons?
I fucking hate you for making me say that story. Because I usually say that when I'm like a couple of beers deep. I'm fucking sober.
What do you mean you're
Hey,
sober?
there's my brother here too.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
You know what Joey reckons about that story?
Guys, I'm like, I don't want your cement, dog, but like...
Shit.
Dude, that's good, man. You know
Yeah.
what I was thinking? Like, I think Australia lacks a good stand-up comedy scene.
Oh, 100%.
You know, like,
100%.
in America.
Because even, man, me and this guy together, especially. But yeah, that's like we were saying, you know, and you know, how do you adapt and how do you go with all this shit? And one thing I think I didn't touch on enough is humour. It's like our friends group, like we're always laughing. We're always making fun of each other and ourselves and talking shit. Like, you know, we will say, Marty especially, talking sprack, you know what I mean? Like, talking spoof or whatever, you know, like we just talk shit and just have fun, and that's what it's about.
Would you say, yes, sir? Would you say it's healing?
100%. You know, 100%. Like,
Why?
because it's just like the emotion. Like even now, like the way I feel, just having that little giggle with you, you know, and it's like, you know, that even for yourself, it's just like releasing. I don't know whether it's all the endorphins in your body or whatever, but it's that connection that you have with other people. It's that vibe, you know, without being too California, but it's the vibe that you have with people, you know.
It's the vibe, man.
Yeah.
But I wasn't actually laughing, man.
Yeah.
I was just creeped out. Dude.
Fuck
the
off.
The visuals were so bad. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love it. I know. I love stand-up comedy. And I think it's so like. Have you heard of Camp Quality?
Yeah, 100%.
Their motto is like laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
like it legit is.
Yeah.
Because it just puts your life into perspective. Like
Yeah.
let's face it, we're so insignificant.
Yeah.
Like really in the scale of the universe, if you want to get all philosophical, but we take our shit so seriously.
100%.
You know, and
that's what it's good to see too, especially being from Wollongong, you know, and the support that those guys get, you know, with what's the thing they do with all the trucks and all that? They do it every year.
The convoy.
Yeah, the convoy, that's
convoy,
right.
Yeah.
Man, like even that, like it honestly brings a tear to my eye when I see that, you know. And my old boy does that every year and goes on the ride, and I have friends that do the ride and all that, and you know, everyone takes their kids to the highways and watches that, and you know, and you hear about the millions of dollars that they, you know, make, you know, that they get for that, you know, and it's for such a good cause, and it's a whole community. People don't even know each other, and everyone stands for it, you know, and it's good to see. Like shit like that, that's amazing. Like, you know.
Does it amaze you how much people want to band together in those situations?
It doesn't really, because I think just the way that I've grown up, especially, it's like, you know, we all got each other together. We're in it together, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like especially with my immediate family and stuff, my brother can vouch for it, man. It's like, for all the shit you go through, whatever, like we can piss each other off or do whatever, but we always got each other, you know, and that's the same as my friends and for everyone, you know. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nice, good words, bro. Thank you.
It's like Fast and Furious, like family shit, you know what I mean? Like, the family, bro.
You know what? I've never seen that. I've never seen those movies.
Are you joking?
No.
Fuck, you've been living under a rock,
good,
man.
dude?
Yeah, especially number one has the best one-liners in it. Eh?
But anyway, listen.
SSBSTS.
Anyway, so listen. Yeah, and anyway, so I want to talk about your kids a little bit, if you don't mind.
100%.
So you got 3 rad kids.
Three
dude.
beautiful kids, man. I'm lucky, man.
What did parenthood do? Okay, how did parenthood change you?
Man, it didn't just change me. It's like it's forever changing. You know what I mean? Like I'm still figuring it out. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still doing good things, you know. But it's always gonna change, especially with the age of them. You know, everything's gonna be different the whole way through. You know, so it's a ride now. It's not just about me anymore. It's about them. So it'll never stop changing. It's just a constant, continuous thing.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, like, what phase are you in? Are your kids like sort of late teen? No, they're not teens yet, are they?
No. So
They're
10, 8
twins.
and 6. So
10 and 6.
they're all in the same school together. So, you know, but they're all at a good age now. Like I love them when they're babies and all that. But they're at that age now we can go have fun and go swim and go to the beach and, you know, and I think too more so like it's because I got the 3. My youngest is getting to the age now where I don't have to just be 24/7 care if we go to a family gathering or something. You know, because it's hard looking after the other 2 running around, and then I've got the young one that's got, you know, you've got to be there constantly. But now they're just going to all run crazy and have fun. It's sick.
Yeah, man,
He's more chill for me. I love it.
yeah. I mean, okay, again, like with your, I guess, the challenges that you face,
Yeah.
how do you think your children adapt to it?
Man, I just think as much as I can help them and inspire them to kind of just be like, you know, what I strive to be is like a chameleon and just, you know, roll with the punches and try to just mold myself to what's going on around me. I try to instill in them. And I think talking is a massive thing, you know. I always just try to talk to them about things. And even if, you know, whether it was, you know, me and my ex have had an argument around them or whatever, or they get in trouble or whatever, like I won't just, you know, yell and say whatever. Like I talk to them about things. It's like me. Like how I would hate it if I did something wrong and someone's like, "Oh, you fucking idiot," just yelling at me. I'm not going to learn. I'm just going to resent that person. I'm going to hate him. So,
Would you say that you put things in context?
100%. You got to, because they got to understand somehow. And like I said, they're my best friends. Like we talk about everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's good too. Like even every time they're over on the weekends and stuff, like we all sleep in the lounge room and bunk up, and you know, we all sleep on the lounges and bring the mattresses out, and we always just have that time together, and we always talk about things in those times. You know, they're the special moments that I have all the time with them. And when shit gets hard, which it does, you know, all the time, it's just my ongoing shit and dealing with mental health and my disability and whatever it is, whatever the bullshit is. But it's the one thing. It's one of the things in life that I hold dearly. Just having that with them, you know, having that bond and that connection, you know.
Like once again, I love the fact that you openly say that you deal with your mental health.
Yeah, cheers.
And I'm just starting to notice a real shift in the paradigm or the culture of our country.
No, I appreciate that, man. Hey, I really do, because I didn't really do that for a long time, man. I fucking hid it and did everything I could do to say, oh, no, I don't have like mental health issues or whatever. But it's like, I think it's like the people hear that word and they think that you're fucked, or you'd be like, I don't know, they stray away from it. But it's like mental health doesn't have to mean that you're just depressed and down every single day. It's just your battles and all that type of shit that you deal with yourself. And whether it's, good days or bad days, your depression that you might get, you might not have it for months, and then something can happen and it'll happen again. Doesn't mean that you can't do anything and function through the day. You know what I mean? It's just, and especially as men too, and not just, and for everyone in general, but I mean for men, having friends, committed suicide, multiple friends and all that stuff. And that's why, we're talking about how I want to do motivational speaking, and I want to give back to that, and especially for men, because I feel like there's no handbook on it, especially for men. It's like, it's hard for everyone to deal with their own shit that they go through. Because I know I've done that. So have we all. So that's why I want to do that, and be able to help and talk about this shit and help each other out. Like I said, it's about each other. If the world was like that, it'd be a better place. If it was about, what you can give rather than what you can take, because everyone's giving something, and it doesn't have to be materialistic, but if you're giving yourself to someone, and everyone does that, we're all fucking happy.
Yeah.
Happy fucking days.
Yes. Yes, brother.
So,
Fuck yes, Dove.
Yeah.
I'm inspired. Straight
you.
up. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm fully inspired.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to become a motivational speaker, aside from your bad comedy, would you would you say that sharing experiences is like you just share your experiences, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and that's what I want to do, because I want to, like, I was thinking about it the other night, because I'm starting to try to write all my ideas down about it. And I've been looking at all these motivational speeches and celebrity speeches and trying to get a good grasp of what I want to go down. And then I looked at it, I was like, fuck it, like, I'm not like it. Like, we're all different, but I'm nothing like those guys. Like, why not be like with me? Like, I love just having a yarn. Any one of my friends know, I'll sit there and talk shit all night. Or, have a couple of beers and ring the boys and pepper them for fucking hours. I love talking. So why not, if I want to do it, why not do my own spin on it and just be like it's a yarn? Why not have it so it's more intimate, you know what I mean? And it's like, because you can hear all the inspirational quotes and the do's and don'ts and all that shit, but that doesn't, it doesn't reciprocate enough with someone. It's like, why not have a yarn and captivate people in your story and make them involved with it and make it more of a journey together rather than just what to and what not to do in life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
so I'm trying to, but it's something, it's a process. But like I said, I'm still new to it. I'm not, I'm no qualified or nothing by that. But it's just something I'm passionate about, and been lucky enough to be able to talk with some amazing people lately and stuff. And it's made me just click my mind on things and be like, I think that's my calling. What I really want to do, and I'm super passionate about it, and I can't wait for that journey. That's the next journey,
Yes.
After we get the car and that sorted, and that's the next journey in life, So, and I can't wait for it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, you're a storyteller.
Yeah, thanks.
You're indigenous.
Yeah.
That's what you like. That's what
that's
you
the Koori
do,
in me, bro.
Right? It's the Koori, bro. Like, that's your purpose. I think.
Thank you.
I feel it, and you're such an innately great communicator. Like, that's your gift.
No, I appreciate that, man.
I love it, man.
Thank you.
Listen, man. It's been epic, and we are on a bit of a schedule tonight because
we are, definitely.
the hip hop's going to get started soon. And I was watching the sound check, and like, I love hip hop, and I sort of came here thinking like, it's going to be amateur hour, and then holy shit, dude! I was watching the guys,
bro. It's going to be sick.
Like, proper talent. Like, I'm psyched,
Yeah.
But last thing I want to ask you, dude, is like, how can people donate to the cause? What do we have to do?
Well, there's the GoFundMe page and all that stuff, and that's about it, really, man. There's the fundraiser tonight and the GoFundMe, and like I said, we were talking about all that before. I didn't want it to be too much of a big thing, but the GoFundMe page, which is on my Instagram, and it's been shared multiple times. If I can share it on even to you guys or whatever, and on the GoFundMe. That's
Sick.
it.
And I'll put a link to that. There's a link to that in this show's show notes if you scroll down.
Yep.
And you can find this episode on terriblehabittalks.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Subscribe, all that shit. But listen, bro, I've got some presents for you, Stove.
Thank you.
Yes. So our friends at IndoSoul are giving you 2 pairs.
Yeah.
of slides for your mum and your brother. Is that right? Yes.
Elias, where is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
there you
here
are.
somewhere. Yeah, brother, you got some shoes coming your way. And I've got a beanie for you, a THT beanie. Black or grey?
Awesome.
Black or grey?
No, I'm going to have to go black, eh?
Black?
Yeah, black.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Nice
Thank
one.
you very much. These are sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. Thanks heaps.
Yeah, man. And like it's just been like such a profound privilege getting to know you. I think the minute I met you, you know, like I just sort of work, you know how you meet people and you just get an energy off them straight away?
Yeah.
You know, I felt it just as everyone else does. That meets
100%.
you.
I could fully agree, man. Like I said, like I was, even when I got hit up about it, like I'm new to all this shit too, you know what I mean? And being able to talk about it and express myself. And at first I was really skeptical about it, you know what I mean? Like honestly, but then I got to meet you and like you're a legend yourself, man.
Thanks,
That's
brother.
why your podcast is so good. That's why you get such good chats because
Thank
what
you.
you bring to the table. Like you made me open up a lot too, and I'm psyched for that. And
Dude.
snowboard and look at everything that's happening now. You know,
I know, but you
sick.
You fucking scarred me with the fucking rubbing the sticks in.
Mate, imagine how my mum and dad feel.
Your dad will be proud of you.
Yeah, he was pretty fucking.
Your mum, not so much.
Nah.
About that one.
No,
anyway.
actually, mum's raw,
Yeah.
man. She still laughs about it. We actually spoke about it the other day on the way home from work.
About what? That
Yeah,
incident?
that story, because I was telling her about how I told my mates about it.
Yeah.
She's just like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, trust me, she's raw, man. That's
Dude.
where I get it from, eh? From,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, man.
definitely.
Well, let's give it up for Stephen Stove Ellis,
Thank you.
everyone. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Much
sir.
love, everyone. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Lalala again for putting on the event here.
Yeah,
and
for
to
sure.
Josh and to all the acts tonight. Yeah, massive love and thanks for everyone.
For
Thanks
chipping
everyone for
in.
coming.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
And just one, I've got to do this one more time.
SSBSTS. Guys, I don't want your cement, dog. But also, Marty Girotto and
Fuck,
Koori,
he's gonna
they
be
think
so
they're the
off
best
that.
ball players in the world. They're not.
Okay, that's going in the podcast. Love you,
It's
brother.
there. It's locked
Let's
in.
go. Let's fucking listen to some hip hop. You know mines.
Fuck
you guys
yeah.
are awesome.
Peace, bro.
Well done, Josh, and well done. And let's have a mad night. Yes.
Also, Marty Girotto and Koori, they think.
Fuck yeah.